aboard the Red Car Trolley. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And watch your children.
Para su seguridad, por favor permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas adentro del tranvía y cuiden a sus niños. Gracias.
Alright, well off we go. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Red Car Trolley, everyone. As we're towards the end of our line here, Saturday will be our last day. So we really appreciate it. My name is Matt. I'm going to be your conductor. Up front is your very talented motorist, Victor. Everybody give it up for Victor. Joining Victor up front is also Matt. Everybody give it up for Matt as well. Alright, well we're heading down Buena Vista Street. This is our idealized version of Los Angeles in the 20s. Back when Walt Disney first arrived here. And lining the street are the shops of Buena Vista. To the right hand side, one of those stores, it's called Kingswell, named after Kingswell Avenue. That was the first and second location of the Walt Disney Studios when Walt Disney first arrived here. He was able to locate a real estate office that had some portion of that was unused. Him and Roy moved in there. At the time they were living with their uncle on Kingswell as well. Now once the money started coming in, they were able to rent the storefront next door to that. And that's when it officially became the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. And that's where they stayed until they moved to their third location in Los Angeles. And we'll talk about that once we get back down to the end of Hollywood. And for now, we are entering Carthay Circle. This is the hub of the park. And to our right-hand side, that's Fiddler's Vibrant Practical Cafe. Those are the names of the three little pigs. This is Symphony Short on the same name. That is our local cafe. We're looking to get a little extra boost to get you through the rest of the night. Sometimes they like to print the word Starbucks on their cups. Be loud. Starbucks was actually the first one introduced into Disney theme park, and that was introduced back in 2012. They redid this area here, Carthay Circle and Buena Vista Street. Now coming up, that's going to be Carthay Circle Restaurant straight ahead, some fine dining. Now it's named and modeled after the Carthay Circle Theater. The theater opened up in 1926 in Los Angeles. And that was special to Walt because he chose to hold the world premiere of his very first feature-length animated film there. Does anybody know what that was?
Snow White.
Right, awesome. Ding, ding, right away. So yeah, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Premiered back on December 21st of 1937. A few years later in 1940, it was home to the West Coast premiere of Fantasia. The world premiere was actually held at the Broadway Theater in New York. And so for both of those premieres, Walt Disney asked his Imagineers to help him come up with something that was as audibly stunning as the visuals were for that film. He wanted something that could really showcase the soundtrack. And so what they did is they ended up coming up with one of the very first multi-channel sound systems, of course now better known as surround sound. And they called it Fantasound. And it required 54 different speakers. At the time, that was a big deal. And that's really what helped immerse the movie audience in the soundtrack of that film. Now, back then, it was too expensive to install on a wide-scale basis. Now, of course, it's in every theater. But in the end, it only ended up in the Broadway Theater and the Carthay Circle Theater in Los Angeles. With that, we're here in Hollywood, home of glitz and glamour, home to several of our indoor attractions as well that are perfect for a day like today. Over to the left-hand side, that's Mickey's Philhar Magic. We can watch Mickey go through different films and songs, both Disney and Pixar. Runs about every 15 minutes, so you don't have to wait very long. I'm going up until 9 p.m. tonight. For that, we're going to be arriving here at our first station in Hollywood Station. We ask that you remain fully seated until the trolley comes to a complete stop and the doors have to open. This will be your stop for places like Mickey's Philhar Magic, the Animation Building, and Monsters, Inc.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right, and then for everybody wanting to stay on, we do have one more station. It's going to be just around the corner.
Thank you very much.
There's lots of steps.
Yeah, basically,
Good night, folks.
that helps out with our wheelchair ramps. We actually have our stairs. So we can kind of, yeah, our visualization.
Your doors are slow. Don't be afraid. I suppose you can join us just around the corner. You see a sign just like that one? That's where we can pick you up at, okay? Thank you. All right, thanks for staying up. Really appreciate it. So straight ahead there, you can see the marquee for Hyperion Theater. That's where we've posted some pretty big productions in the past, like Aladdin and Frozen, if you're able to see those. And now Hyperion Theater named after Hyperion Avenue. So back there on Buena Vista Street, we were talking about Kingswell. Well, after Kingswell, they moved to Hyperion Avenue, and that was that third location for the Disney Studios. Before they moved to their current location in Burbank. Straight ahead, you can see that it looks like Hollywood goes on for miles down there. It's a movie studio trick called Force Perspective. You can see this effect used in many different areas throughout the Disney parks worldwide. Most notably across the way over at Disneyland with Sleeping Beauty's castle. I'll give you an idea of how it works. Believe it or not, Carthay Circle restaurant back there is about 12.5 feet smaller than the castle. That's pretty cool. Well, with that, we're going to round this corner, head to the station. Please remain fully seated to the trolley comes in. Please stop and the doors are open. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to join us again, we'll have you hop off, head to the back of that line there. If we have room, we'll get you back on. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Appreciate it.
So we're gonna have them unload first, and then we'll be loading on.
Watch yourself all the way out. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome.